In a test to, quote, own the libs, my next guest argues Tennessee Republicans are doing their damnedest to keep minors from getting COVID vaccines. In recent days, they've stopped vaccine outreach events at Tennessee schools for COVID and other things like polio and hepatitis, which the CDC, as you can imagine, finds concerning.
I find this incredibly disturbing. So not only is it disturbing for COVID, but it's disturbing for all vaccine preventable illness, which we really can't afford and don't want to see surging, just as we're trying to tackle this COVID pandemic. So other vaccine preventable diseases, HPV, measles, mumps, rubella, these are all vaccine preventable, and we need all of our children to get vaccinated for all of these things.
Remember, the Delta variant continues to infect more and more Americans, and those unvaccinated account for nearly all COVID hospitalizations and deaths. So it is baffling to hear claims from Tennessee's top immunization official, who says she was fired for promoting COVID vaccines to teenagers, claiming she received a dog muzzle at work only days before her ouster.
My reaction was, you got to be kidding me. This is a vaccine preventable disease. I think it's all politics. We have a supermajority in the legislature. We have a governor who needs to run for re-election next year. We have a commissioner who has stated in the Tennessean that she plans to run for governor or senator or get a White House cabinet position. It's hard to imagine that my firing wasn't, at least in part, an attempt to placate those legislators and keep them on their side.
Wow. These antics begging a question. What does it say about the Republican Party and those who continue to elect lawmakers who are willing to put kids' lives at risk for the sake of a political win? Joining me, Daily Beast columnist Wajahat Ali. Wajahat, there are so many things to unpack here looking at Tennessee, starting with this effort to stop vaccine outreach for young people, not just with COVID vaccines, but basically all vaccines.
That's right. Republicans have become a pro-death party, and they're using Tennessee, like they always do, as a type of laboratory for their most extreme measures that they want to implement on a national scale to ensure minority rule. Tennessee has tripled its cases of coronavirus in the past 3 weeks. Only 38% of Tennessee is vaccinated, far below the national average. So naturally, the Tennessee Republican lawmakers have pressured the Department of Health to ban all outreach of any vaccinations to kids. Like you said, not just coronavirus, but also measles and hepatitis and rubella. So you're going to make measles and COVID great again, apparently to own the libs. And while this is happening, Governor Bill Lee, a Republican, has decided that Tennessee has to be one of the 19 states in this country that has permitless carry. So while gun violence is literally rising and killing our kids in mass shootings, you can own a gun and carry a gun without a permit. But God forbid if you do vaccine outreach during a health crisis that is killing, like you said, the unvaccinated across the country.
Right. And disinformation, of course, plays a part in this. You have Dr. Anthony Fauci saying this morning, talking about the dangers of disinformation. Take a listen.
Probably would still have smallpox, and we probably would still have polio in this country if we had the kind of false information that's being spread now. If we had that back decades ago, I would be certain that we'd still have polio in this country.
So we talk a lot about disinformation circulating on social media, but here is a state blocking information and access to life-saving vaccines. I think very often when we talk about the politicization of all of this, we talk about it sort of individual to individual. We're now talking about it institutionally.
Yeah, and an entire party, the GOP, has become a radicalized counter-majoritarian force. And along with right-wing media, they're radicalizing average Americans, right? These are our fellow Americans. They don't have horns on their heads. They're just people trying to survive. But thanks to misinformation, thanks to social media, vaccine hesitancy, even 2 years ago, was a top 10 global health threat, Alicia, according to the World Health Organization. This is before coronavirus. And as of right now on Fox News, you have hosts who, by the way, all got vaccines. Rupert Murdoch, he got vaccines, right? Tucker Carlson, he got vaccinated, are actively promoting disinformation and encouraging their base not to get vaccines because vaccines, just like masks, have become weaponized as part of the ongoing endless culture war to ensure minority rule. That rule is for white Christian males in this country who are losing their power. And as such, it was not economic anxiety, but cultural and racial anxiety that was the number one motivator for Trump's base. So if they can weaponize anything, whether it's Dr. Seuss, CRT, Sharia, now it's vaccines to fuel this endless culture war. That's why you had Republican Madison Cawthorn saying Biden's going to go door to door and he's going to try to vaccinate you and he's going to try to take away your guns and your Bibles. And this is why we have now a radicalized minority in this country that is not going to get vaccinated as coronavirus is surging and killing literally those who are unvaccinated. And our kids, for those who are watching at home, let's remember, under 12 are not vaccinated. And kids are now ending up in the ER getting long-term health problems. So the pro-life party, the GOP, has become the pro-death party to own the libs. Meanwhile, these cowards like Marsha Blackburn, Tucker Carlson, are all vaccinated. They don't even have the courage of their convictions, which is why I don't respect them, Alicia. If they had the courage of their convictions, all right, you don't get vaccinated. But all of them are vaccinated and spreading this lie to feed the base, which has become radicalized, to own the libs. And people, innocent people, are going to die.
Watch, it's why your article made me do a double take, because what we are talking about here is children, right? Children who may not have political thoughts of their own yet, who are simply looking to their parents, to their guardians, to the leaders in their state to keep them safe, right? That's sort of the baseline you need to execute on any of those positions. What does it say, circling back to this question I asked at the top, what does it say about a party, and what does it say about us as a society if kids become pawns in some political theater?
What we're witnessing is a nihilistic death cult, a pro-death party willing to burn down everything, including their children, to maintain, let's be honest, white power, right? Climate change denialism thrives among the Tennessee Republicans. Gun violence, they don't care because they love their guns more than they love their kids. And right now, the fact that they're not even doing vaccine outreach for measles, for mumps, for rubella, right, for hepatitis, and for the Delta variant, which is just, again, killing unvaccinated all across this country, shows you how far they've gone, how right-wing they've gone, and how extreme they've become. There's no both sides here. And the fact that kids are being used as a pawn for their culture war, unfortunately, we have not seen the depths of their depravity.